This is Africa 24 English, the channel that puts Africa first. Thank you for joining us for this new edition of the interview. Today we are joined by Mr. Edson Rodrigues Dos Santos, Chairman of the Board and CEO of ETU Energies. Welcome to Africa 24.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So today together we will discuss about the challenges facing Africa in access to energy, and I would like to go into this. On the sidelines of the annual meetings of Afreximbank, you signed a couple of MOUs, one concerning a facility agreement for financing acquisition. Can you tell us more about it, please?
Thank you for the question. It's a huge step for ETU Energias. We signed an agreement to acquire all the assets previously owned by Galp Energies. That's the Portuguese energy company. It's a $400 million facility led by Afreximbank, but it also includes Shell, BFA, and BAI. So those are Angolan banks as a syndicate. But more than the $400 million, it's a huge step in terms of our growth strategy. This will more than double our crude oil production as a company. And in terms of profits, we expect to also double our profits. So a huge step for our company.
Well, let's talk about renewable energy. The strategy of expanding plants in Africa and worldwide. How is ETU participating into that?
Actually, I'll take you back a little bit. We rebranded because of the change in our vision. We used to be called Somoil, an oil and gas company, and we rebranded to ETU Energias because our vision changed. We now want to be a fully integrated energy company. So hydrocarbons and also renewable energies are part of our portfolio, and that's the way the world is going from now forwards. But in Africa, we cannot, and I repeat, we cannot forget energy poverty, which is something that we need to address. So for us as ETU Energias, we need to continue to produce hydrocarbons. We need to maximize our production in a responsible manner, of course, minimizing carbon, minimizing emissions, and in parallel, we also continue to grow our renewable business.
As you're talking about balance, I would like to know something. How is ETU Energias? I hope I got it right this time.
Very good.
How is then ETU Energias positioning itself in the energy transition environment?
Absolutely. Today, we are the biggest private energy company in Angola. So most of our revenue, most of our business, it remains oil and gas today. 90% about it's still on oil and gas, but the energy side, the renewable side, is the fastest growing part of our business. So we believe in it, we are part of it, and we expect it to be here to stay. And we need to stop thinking only about our own countries. We are 100% Angolan, but we feel like Angola could become an energy hub for the rest of Africa, and we want to be part of it.
Let's not talk about regional integration. Since we are talking about being full Angolan as a private actor, what about the region? What about the neighboring countries? How is then ETU Energias working in such a way that in the neighboring countries, people also get interested in what you're doing?
Absolutely, that's an excellent question again. No, we look at it as a way of diversifying our risk and expanding our portfolio. So we need to diversify geographically as well. So today we are only in Angola, but our vision is very clear. We want to grow beyond Angola. We want to be a symbol of Angola, but have a global presence. So we expanded our business from upstream. Upstream is basically oil and gas exploration and production, to midstream, refining, but also downstream. Petrol stations, lubricants. We are launching a new lubricant plant that we expect to expand our name, our brand name throughout Africa. And from what we've learned here this week, we want to go beyond. We think the Caribbean could also be a market for us. So this week has been really good in terms of understanding the potential beyond Africa.
So now let's talk about the trade and investment prospects with the Caribbean. How is ETU Energias positioning itself to be one of the key actors of, let's say, getting further into investment with the Caribbean?
First one is experience. We exist for 24 years. We've explored, developed, and produced hydrocarbons. A lot of oil has been discovered recently in the Caribbean area. Guyana is a really good example. We think we can transfer knowledge and be part of that basin, part of that new wave of companies producing from Guyana. So.
Well, that's good to know. Thank you very much for answering
been a pleasure.
Africa 21st questions.
Thank you.
Ladies and gents, here comes the end of this interview, but be stay tuned to our programs.